Hello everyone and welcome back to The Planning Professor. My name is Cynthia and this week I will be planning August 7th through the 13th using a kit from DEK Designs. Now I'm hoping that my camera cooperates. I've spent some time fighting with it and I think I might have beaten it into submission, but we'll find out. So the kit that I'm using is called Lavender Garden and it's a really pretty kit. Start with the washi page, two different kinds of washi. There is a weekly box, date, dots, and a weekend banner. Here are the ombre heart checklists, starting in dark purple and ending in gray, which I think is really pretty. Here are the full boxes. There are some pinks, purples, some grays and blues in these, along with a little bit of warmth in this kind of tan color. And then here is the little things and half boxes. Now these half boxes are squared and this kit does not have any icons or decoration. So it's a pretty bare bones kit, but I think it's gonna look really pretty and it still feels kind of summery to me. And then I picked out some glitter headers. These are from Peaceful Mind Design and she is my favorite. I'm gonna go with these two blues, which I think will pick up the blues in the washi and the boxes really nicely, and this pink, which is kind of a raspberry pink, and it's the closest I could get, and it kind of goes really well with these boxes over here. So I think I did. So this time we'll just do colors all the way across the top on the glitter headers, and we'll start with the washi. Now these are full washi strips. They run the entirety of the page on both sides. So I think I'm gonna put the blue down on the left side. And last time I did this, it was a ginormous pain in the tuchus trying to get the washi down. So this week I'm going to redeem myself and not have to cut out like 5 minutes of bad footage of me fighting with washi. Famous last words. This stuff is so long that we're going to start it almost at the coil. And it still overhangs, but it is not a big deal to go ahead and cut off that edge, which I will do right now. And let's actually flip and do the other washi, which is this really pretty purple floral pattern. I can't decide which way is right side up, so I guess it doesn't matter. Again, I'm starting almost at the coil here because these strips are really long. And that is nice because you don't have to worry about the bottom of the sidebar. Yeah, and again, this really overhangs, so maybe this is just a kit for a different, maybe the Happy Planner or something. But no problem. So that looks super pretty. I don't have a lot of kits with different washi on either side, but I really like the way that turned out. I think it looks quite pretty. So we'll do full boxes next, and there is not a quote box with this, and that is actually okay with me. So I think this week is going to be pretty busy, so I'm trying to decide if I want to leave room for one of these. Maybe I could do one in the middle. I do want to use the weekly box and some checklists because school is starting for me next week. Next Thursday we have our first in-service day, which means this week I've got to get stuff done. And I think that means I might need that space in the checklist. So, okay. Maybe we won't use this one. This color seems to be the one that goes the least well, so we're going to leave that. we'll just scatter these and see what we come up with. Okay, so we'll start with purple. And I do like to leave my top row open because I use that for my daily. Okay. I do use that for my daily to-do list, and that box does not look very straight. Okay, then we will go with this pink color down here. Also really, really pretty. This does not look like it's going to fit the box 100% the way I want it to. Yes, it will. I can get it lined up straight. Last week I had a real problem getting these things to lay down straight, and I do not know what the deal was with that, but my camera was not cooperating and it was just a rough week. My Plan With Me got posted really late, so late as to not be useful, so I suck, sorry. I'll try to be better. And let's put this one right here. Okay, and then this color over here. So I don't want this right up against the washi since it matches almost exactly. And put this color there. This is not the way I usually do it. Usually I have both my weekend boxes down below, but look at me living dangerously, you guys. Let's put both of these in the middle. Just because I don't think I've ever done that in my planner, ever. And they say you should do something that scares you every day. Well, there you go, done. And we'll put this pretty pink. It almost looks like distressed wood. I don't know if you can see that really well, but I think it's super pretty. Okay, so that looks good. And now let's go ahead with the glitter headers. Now I think with these, I'll do blue, pink, and then blue again. So we'll start with the light blue on the top. The weather here is finally so pretty that I have the windows open, which means if you hear all sorts of woodland creatures and birds, it's because they're all here enjoying the nice weather. We're supposed to get storms, so I'm hoping I can finish this before the storms come. And let's do the pink. I also would love it if the weather would stay like this when school starts, but if the pattern holds, it usually goes up to about 95 degrees with 100% humidity for the whole last half of August when we are in school. And I'm lucky, my college has air conditioning, but still there's something about fall semester that I want fall to start immediately. I want pumpkin spice everything. I've got my pumpkin spice candles. I made a run to Bath & Body Works. I've got my pumpkin spice wallflowers plugins. So I'm ready for fall. And we've had a couple of days of fall-like weather, which have really spoiled me. I know that that's not going to last, however, and it makes me kind of sad. This kit though still really looks summery to me, maybe even springy with these cool pinks and blues, but I think next week might be a fall kit. I have not decided yet for sure. But yeah, I think that's a really good choice. So we'll do the other side. Peel glitter headers off the sheet, stick them to myself, and then place them down. Now looking at this kit, I'm not sure, maybe I bought a mini kit. I did buy this as part of that big DEK Designs haul, I suppose, that I did a couple of months ago now, where she seemed to be cleaning out her shop and had some really pretty kits that were available at great prices. But what I found is that each of those kits is a little bit different. So this one does not have nearly as much stuff as the other kits. There's only 4 sheets, as I showed you. So I may have to pull in some stuff from some remnants from other kits. I really do like to do my water tracking, my hydration trackers every day, and those are not here. So, stickers everywhere and nothing to, okay. And I'm not actually, now that I'm looking at it, I see date dots, but not date covers. So that is probably what I got was a mini kit. I did go back through to make sure I didn't miss them. And I do not see anything that looks like date covers for this kit, which is fine. It is not the end of the world. I probably should have paid more attention, honestly, when I was buying these, but I was just so excited that the prices were great and the kits were really, really pretty. And is it the end of the world if we don't have date covers? No, it's really fine. Okay, so that looks so pretty. I did figure out how to turn the blinking red dot of doom off on my camera. So if you've watched my previous videos, I'm still new at this. You guys have been very kind not to make any rotten, mean comments. But the little blinky dot of doom is gone, which is nice. The shadowing from the tripod is still not ideal, but I'm trying to avoid the glare from the overhead lights. So I've not figured out the best lighting situation yet. I'm hoping maybe at some point that will become less of a problem, but I just, you know what, this is a process, and it's one that I did not fully appreciate until I started trying to do it myself. So those of you who can do this effortlessly, you have my applause. Me, I am getting there. Yeah, I'm looking through my old kits here, and I do not see anything that is even close in terms of water trackers. Like I've got peach, not gonna work. I've got sage green, which is not gonna work. So maybe this week, maybe I'll just do it via regular habit tracker, because that is the best we're gonna do, I think. So what I'll probably do, I have this leftover kit, which was called Sunday Morning from DEK Designs. I think I'll pull in these habit trackers. Maybe I'll use, let's see, that blue really doesn't go, so maybe I'll use these 2 purple ones. And that'll be fine. Okay, so let's do the sidebar next. And said 2 checklists. So let's see what kind of headings we have. We have this week, next week, and meals. Those would be perfect. Those 3 I'm going to use. So I think what I'll do this time is just start right at the top with the this week. And we'll put that right at the top where the quote box would be if I did quote boxes. And then I think I'm not the biggest purple fan. Like, purple is fine, but it's not a color that I just gravitate toward and love. And since the habit trackers are purple, I'm thinking maybe I should use this dark purple. I'm gonna go with a purpley sidebar, just because that would be kind of different. Purple and gray look really pretty together. And this week there's so much that has to get done. I've started my new syllabi for the fall semester. And, you know, I would make my life easier if I just did the same thing every semester, but I always change it up based on student feedback, and I do want the course to get better every time I teach it. So this week isn't straight. Let's fix that. So summer school ended last week. Grades are turned in for summer. Now I need to start planning for fall. And I spent yesterday revising one course on paper. I need to go ahead and put that into syllabus format and then get the online stuff ready. And all that has to happen this week because, like I said, next Thursday is our first in-service day. And that means that school is started. And I don't like to be rushed. I've already started having the I'm not prepared for the semester nightmares, which I guess most teachers have, and this is the time of year at which they happen. So, oh, it's not really lined up as great as it could be. So I know when the nightmares start that it's time to really get on that. I need to set up my grade book, and I think I might do a video of that, my Erin Condren retooled teacher planner, to turn that into a useful grading tool. Oh my gosh, this weekly box is so pretty. If you guys can see that, we'll focus. It's just beautiful. The bottom S got cut off a little tiny bit with when she cut it out, but that's all right. You still get the idea. Except they're not the same size. Okay, that makes me kind of crabby. Fine, so I'm gonna center this, I guess. I want to cover those lines though, so, oh, what in the heck? Okay, so this is making, maybe this must not be a kit for Erin Condren. That looks awful. All right, let's get the white out. In my beautiful Erin Condren Plan For It pouch, this is the cherry blossom color with the rose gold foiling. It's so pretty. All right, so we need to do some camouflage here. So I don't want those lines showing, and I have to center this or it's gonna look really stupid. But it is definitely not the same size as the full boxes. It is narrower. So there's that. Let's put white out over there. And let's do next week. Yeah, because we need to start planning what we're doing next week as well. Okay, and then we'll use the other purple ombre heart checklist at the bottom here because, oh, look at that. All right, so apart from this looking kind of dumb, which is not my favorite, but it's fine, I'll get over it. Now I'm gonna put 2 habit trackers at the bottom. One will be for water, so they don't have my water trackers like I like to use. But the bottom one will be for bottom one this week. I need to work on a project a little bit every day. So if I work on that project, I can check it off and feel good about myself. So, all right, that looks pretty enough that I'm happy with it. There are no flags to cover. These I think are not the right size. Let's check. To cover this side here. No, those are too small. They're not even from the same. Okay. So what we'll do, what I did last week, and it worked out just fine, was I took these little heart flags, put them down, and then cut off the edge. And it's not a perfect solution because a little bit of the heart does show. but it's in such a place that, or I could just put the whole heart in there. What do you think of that idea? It'll look dumb on the August side, so, okay. So let's do what we did last week, which was put this down. It does cover that flag really nicely. And then when we cut off the edge, right, it actually kind of looks sort of intentional. I don't know where the rest of the sticker went. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sticker leftovers. And then we'll put the light purple over here. Make sure you guys can see that. So what you missed was my clock chiming the hour, but I did get down that other sticker, and it does, you know, you can kind of tell I forced it a little bit, but I still think it's okay. It looks pretty. And let's see, we have half box. So we've got date dots, but no date covers. So I think I'm just gonna leave these. We'll put down the weekend banner. So I really don't see the point of putting date dots over those. Shift the weekend banner in the middle here since we're living so dangerously. Let's do it. Oh yeah, that looks pretty. My dark purple accent, apparently that is just the way this is going to go. Okay, so I do have the to-dos and todays, and I think I am going to put those down. Because I do like to have a daily to-do list along with a today to remind myself of everything that's got to get done here. I'm trying to decide if I want to put down checklists. I think maybe I will, because like I said, this week is just going to be so busy. So let's do that. Let's start with blue. And the checklists are always in the bottom half of the planner for me, so we'll put those down here. And we'll just go I need to put these whole ones down. I put the header at the top, and it covers the top part, which is okay. I still have more than enough checklists for things that I have to do. Light purple, okay. I'm going to have it be a mirror image, so we're going to go turquoise, dark purple, lavender, gray, then lavender, dark purple, and turquoise. And I am going to put down to-do lists on the weekend because the week before the new semester, there is always a lot of stuff that has just got to get done. Okay, so we have all the lists to list all the things, right? List all the things. It's good. It's junk. Junk. Okay, and we'll do our todays at the top and then to-dos. So let's do the todays first. And really, these are kind of just like glitter headers, except now that the glitter headers are in place. I can just line these up really easily. And there they go. Of course, it is still easier for me to see it sideways. I don't know if that's an old eyes thing or... So put down all our todays over here. We'll put down our to-dos while we're over here so there's less flipping. I don't know if the flipping bugs you guys or not, but I imagine, whoops, might be a little annoying. So let's put the to-do right here. To-do. And am giving myself a little bit of space at the top there so it fully covers the heart. Because the other option would be I could cover part of the glitter header. Let's see what that looks like. I hate to cover the glitter header though, the heart is less important to me. That looks alright. I'm not loving this, but whatever. You can deal with anything for a week, right? Two years ago, I started another degree program, and that involved me staying in a dorm for a week, which I have not done since I have been in college, actually, which was quite a little while ago. And I figured I could do anything for a week, and it was fine. But wow, dorm life, you know, it definitely is something that you need to do when you are 20. Okay, so we'll just put these little guys down here. Okay. Yeah, it does look intentional at least, even if that little bit of white space would probably annoy some of you big time. I can't decide if having the little bottom of the heart poke out would be more annoying or less annoying, but I think it's really pretty. Okay. And then I still have the half boxes left over, and I don't have a lot of, I'm gonna show you what's left. So we still have that one full box, which I think I might just toss because those colors just don't really go with this or anything else that I have left over. So I think this guy is going to be a goner. I have the date dots, which I think I'll save because gray is a very neutral color and I could always use this in a different kit. I have 6 of the ombre heart checklists, which these are really pretty, so I will keep those. And I have all the half boxes, all of the teardrops, all of the squares, 2 of the flags, some of these little things, and what I'll do is go ahead and use these half boxes if anything really interesting and noteworthy happens. But I think that is it. I think that went as smoothly as I guess it could have gone. So I'm hoping that the video quality is a little better, that the sound quality is a little better, that I have reformatted everything in my camera, replaced the batteries again. So I think we're good, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you do, please go ahead and subscribe. I will provide links to my Erin Condren referral link if you're interested in purchasing an Erin Condren planner. This is the 2017. This is a mid-century circles. Whoops, you can see that. With a metallic coil. This is the vertical. This is the mid-century circles pattern, which I just so love. And then so here is the week, and I will provide links to the shops that I use, which were Peaceful Mind Design and DEK Designs, and I will see you next time. Thanks again for watching. Bye.